Hi guys. So last time, I'm sorry that we had to cut it short last time. Essentially, someone was knocking at my door, at my door, and also just a minute after I shut down the video, as I came back to my seat, there was an evil villain who tried to jump me. So I'm sorry you missed that epic fight. I was able to wipe the floor with him. Essentially, when you leave your character for a while, oh, we got mail. $100. It's $100. So essentially, we when you leave your seat for a while and away from keyboard for a while or AFK, uh, there's a mention away that gets added to your character name. So I assume the guy saw, oh, Wolverine X is away, so let's jump him and get an easy kill. And also, he was wearing PvP gear, like he was level 0, which is usually equals to PvP gear. But sadly for him, I came back to my seat just in time, and I beat the crap out of him. Having backup at this point was a big help. Usually, people from level 1 to 30 don't usually take the backup or the mainframe boosts. So I was that was a bit of a help, but also I was in PvP in DPS stance and had I could use the what is known as the awesome mechanic, which is actually the advanced mechanic. So he literally had no chance. But speaking of the mainframe and the backups, today I'll show you a bit about the mainframe. Essentially, as you can see, I have white mods. Like you see beneath the red socket, there's a thing that says hands socket with a white, essentially a slot to put in a white mod. Like some of my gear has started to, like my boots have it. What else has it? My chest has it. My weapon has it. So essentially, I will go to my mainframe, and essentially these are the slots for what is known as the tactical mods. So the first tactical mod slot costs 25 marks of victory, 25 and 7. So essentially for 57 marks of victory, I can have the tactical mods. I have 66 right now, so I say why not? Why the hell not? Okay, and then to be able to buy it, I need to activate the cells. So the first one was activated, the second one was activated. Now I need to activate the third one, and now I should be able to take it. And here we go. I almost was tempted to take the backup, but I figured let's go for the tactical mods, since I'm starting to have slots in my gear to be able to include those. So what do those tactical mods do? Let's look it up. Essentially, you have mods for your weapon. You have the absorption adapter, which essentially will create a shield that will reduce damage for a while. There's the blast adapters that will blast your target and 5 other nearby targets for additional damage. There's the restorative adapter that will heal you and 3 other people in your group. There's the replenish adapter that will give you a chance to restore additional power. And that's it for the weapon. So for the weapon, I'll go for the blast adapters. By default, that's pretty much always what I use. So let's go for that. There's a few exceptions, but there are exceptions as I mentioned. So now we have the blast adapter 5, which should give a boost to our attacks. So the next piece will equip. Essentially, we need one for our chest, our boots, and our gloves. So let's go for that. The gloves one is a good one. People are gonna rue the day they messed with the Wolverine. I won't do all the mods right now. I'll probably do a video just for that at some point because I don't have all the slots essentially. For the feat, I'll probably go with the deadly block. Essentially, as I block, I will do damage to my opponent. Sometimes I'll go with the, where is it? Did I pass it by? Okay. Sometimes I'll be tempted to go with the Tumbling Master. Essentially, your dodge roll is no longer vulnerable to interrupt, and essentially you may use it to do some sort of combo. I might try it later. I've tried it with other characters, so with this one I'll stick with the Deadly Block for now. For the chest, I'll go with the Penetrating Strike. Essentially, I will ignore 33% and or 3797 toughness, 33% of the defense, or 3797 of the toughness of my opponent. So that's a really good one to take. Not that the others, like core strength, yeah, you gain an additional 10% damage. I can't really explain you why the penetrating strike is better, but on the forum, a lot of people did the math, and in the end, I think core strength was better for the tank, and penetrating strikes was better for everyone else, something like that. So by default, I usually take the penetrating strike. The quick healing, sure, in a group, maybe. Like you get 10% bonus healing recovery. Uh, well, maybe. Reserve tank, again, you get 25% more power, maybe. But then again, if the healer does his job and if the controller does his job, you don't need those. Extending the supercharge, yeah, maybe. But again, it's not as useful as the penetrating strike, which always works and works for everything. This one, I'm not sure what it actually does. I've never used it, and I don't think I've seen anyone use it. So for the hands, if I was a controller using shields, there's no question. I go for regenerative shielding. Sadly, the gadget characters don't have shields, so that becomes useless. So what I end up using by default is the max damage. Essentially, whenever I use a power, I will gain 60% extra damage. So there's no reason not to go with that. And power channeling is useful for a few powers. So depending, like I have an electric healer that uses it, but it's the exception of the exception. Usually, I'll go with the max damage by default. Improved stealth can be fun with certain characters. Characters that use stealth and invisibility, sure, like it probably could be fun with my Wolverine, but sadly the max damage. Essentially, I could probably like have a pair of gloves for my DPS for max damage, and a pair of gloves for my controller with improved stealth. I might do that. I'll take the mod, but I won't use it right away. And there's Mighty Smash that gives you what is known as weaponization. Essentially, whenever you pick up a barrel or a car and throw it to an opponent, you'll get extra damage essentially out of that. I don't have many characters that uses that, but anyways. So let's start with. So I took the deadly block for my boots. So let's put it there. So as you can see now, my boots have deadly block. It's pretty much that simple. Oh, I took it twice by mistake. Penetrating strike, that'll go in my chest piece, no doubt, no doubt. So now my attacks will technically I'll ignore 33% defense of pretty much anything I'll fight with. Oh, I took that twice too. I guess I wanted to take it too much. So essentially I have the max damage and the improved stealth. So this is my DPS gloves. So I'll put the max damage into them. But at some point, if I do get some controller gloves, I'll put the stealth mod in the gloves. So now we're loaded for bear. So let's see what else. Just making sure maybe I need to repair. Oh yeah. So that's done. Now I'll just to be on the safe side. There we go. Essentially what I just did is that I refilled essentially my potion stack. Like I had used one, and I just wanted to have a full stack of 12. Because the sad thing is that once this runs out, we're gonna have to re-equip a stack of potion, and we're gonna have to re-imprint it. Like once your stack runs out, it no longer the armory no longer remembers that you had that kind of potion equipped. So even if you equip a new stack of potion, the armory won't remember that. So you will have to come and re-imprint it once more, which is a bit annoying. So at some point you take the habit of seeing oh okay, my stack isn't full. Let's fill it just in case. I may need a few extra exobits. I still have one empty slot. It's not a big deal. 2 empty slots. Essentially, it's like I'm losing like 6 precisions plus whatever the plus 6 extra. Like I'm losing 18 precisions in total. It's not a big deal. I have like 672, 18 more, 18 less. Who cares? So we'll go back to, as you can see, I have a new mod, Gotham and Metropolis. I bought that in the broker earlier. So once you start getting a bit of money, then you're going to be able to start buying a few extra pieces of gear or equipment or mods that will be pretty helpful. So we're starting to get there. We're starting to get to the point where we're going to be comfortable. So let's see. Okay, so I want to go to the Knight's Dome. That's pretty much where the OMACs are. So there we are. But we have to go to the other side of the dome, so. Like the fight happened right here, like as I was just waiting away. The evil guy jumped me right here, and I was able to defeat him. And imagine I didn't have my fancy new mods. So let's go in there and see how big of a difference those mods will do. I'm not sure if I'm going to be level 30. Probably not by the end of this mission. So I may have to run a few extra missions after that. Usually, also by this point, I'll have done a few of the booster missions. But I didn't do much of those with this character so far. I didn't want to do them while doing a video, but also somehow I ended up not doing them at all.
Need a moment? Tell me when you're ready to go.
One thing I could have done is buy skill points in order to get a weapon mastery, but I didn't bother doing that. So let's use a barrel to freeze them OMACs. Doesn't do much, but a little bit helps, as they say. I probably could have gone in stealth mode next time. So you have to go to the end of the corridor and activate that console or panel, whatever that is. And all the OMACs fall down.
They're too strong.
And you can see this little guy over here in the corner. So essentially it's a deactivated OMAC that we can... Oh, and we got a Promethium lockbox. So it's a deactivated OMAC we can activate. And as you see, it gave us a lockbox. So far since we started playing, we got 4 lockboxes, as you saw. Here we have to activate this little panel. Let's use a barrel, why not? Oh. So as you see, like, now as soon as you use a power, thanks to the max damage mod, I should be doing 60% extra damages. I didn't really pay attention to the numbers before, so I'm not sure how much that actually means. And if I'm actually, it could be like just 10%, and I'm oblivious to it. I didn't really notice. We'll probably do some tests at some point, how much damage I make with and without the mod. We'll see. So we have a little mutant alligator who wants to feast on our bones. Although we'll probably break a tooth since our bones are made out of adamantium. So essentially, whenever you see the green starburst underneath my name, I'm supposed to be doing 60% extra damage. And that doesn't even take into account the 30%, 33% defense that I ignore, and also the extra damage that the mod in my weapon does.
I won't be able to contact you much longer. But be aware,
So just adding the mods was quite an upgrade for my character.
analyze their patterns and you may be able to get past without activating them.
So it was 57 marks, well invested. I would suggest that as soon as you can get the mods, it's worth it.
Calculation completed.
Hi there. I don't have the comments on, so I'm sorry guys. If you guys are replying to me or are trying to send me a message, I have no idea what you're saying since I don't have the comments enabled. I'm very sorry about that, guys. So over here we have still a bunch of OMAC of drones to destroy. And we have a few, like you can see, there's a bunch of OMACs waiting for us. So let's show them not to mess with the Wolverine. Oh, that was a close one. I have someone saying hello. Lately, I was invited to the Cerebro chat. It seems to be a chat about people who have X-Men characters or X-Men related characters. Essentially, it's my Magneto character that was invited. but somehow it seems to work with all of my characters. So obviously the Wolverine it is included in that chat. So let's try to be sneaky a bit.
Blank, buddy.
Initiating shred protocol. Evaluating the threat. Damage potential intruder has not been eliminated. You have entered the presence of Brother I. Leave now, or security measures will be initiated.
Scanning.
Cannot stop us.
Oh, we got some new boots. I'll check later what they do. So in here, please try to be careful when you get in this mission. Very often what I'll see people go all around the place and activate all the console. And essentially what that does is that it activates a truckload of OMAC and you can easily get overwhelmed. So because as soon as you get close to the console, some drones appear. So already you have to fight those. And once you activate the console, other OMACs will appear. So if you go around the room and activate all the console pretty much at the same time, you can easily end up facing 30 drones and or OMAC. So yeah, it's a hell of a fight when that happens. Sure, if you're a bit overgeared, you can manage through it. But if you're not, if you're at level pretty much like I am right now, it can be a really tough fight. Like I will activate the console, then you're going to see more OMAC appears.
Online. Loadout complete.
But if you activate them before you finish fighting the drones, well then you're going to have to fight the OMACs and the drones at the same time. And if you do that for all three consoles, holy crap, no. Even though there are quite a few elf barrels around the place, it's still, you don't want to do that. It's a hell of a fight when you do that. Sure, it can be done, but it's no fun. Already just one OMAC can give you a bit of a problem, and also sometimes they'll stun you or make you fall down. So when that happens, holy crap! Already just a couple will make you fall on your backside more often than not. But if there's a lot of them, you'll spend half of the fight on your back, or like this, stunned, and you'll spend all your time breaking out. So there's more than enough drones or OMACs that can stun you. Don't make it worse by having way too many of those. So we're going to activate this console. Also, once you activate this console, you will see the floor. Is it here? I thought it was here. Maybe it's later. Oh no, there it is. Essentially, once you activate the console, after a bit, the floor becomes I'm not sure if it's electrified or something, but essentially, if you go where the red tiles are, you will receive damage. So imagine if you're fighting a truckload of OMACs, and at the same time at the same time you have a truckload of drones, and at the same time you have those thingy on the floor. Like, I'll show you what they do. Yeah, they do electrify you, and they send you flying in the air. So you don't want to do that. Let's get a bit of health and power back. We need it. So like you see the red tiles. So don't activate everything at once. Have a bit of pity, because for the solo it's not that big a deal. But there is a duo of this mission where there's you and one other guy. And holy crap, when you're stuck with someone who activates every single thing at the same time, you're not a happy guy when that happens. Like, you see, as soon as I got here, a couple of more drones appeared.
Creation of the Brother Eye project, out of concern that he could not adequately control and set up algorithms for the super.
Weakness unknown. Why do you resist? Why do you weakness unknown?
Well, there we go. So we can activate the console.
Brother Eye personal defense is ready. Deploying drones.
Brother Eye data.
So essentially, you'll see a big brother eye, which looks kind of cool. And he's the guy you have to defeat. I summoned my friends, my backup. Oh. When there's you may have noticed next to the name of the OMAC, there's like a red skull that appeared. Usually it means that something bad is going to happen. I have to admit, very often I have no idea what that is. So with some enemy, you realize that, okay, this is what he's going to do. Essentially, it's like it pretty much tells you that they're doing a special attack and it's going to be bad. But sometimes I have no idea what that special attack even is supposed to be. I'm not sure what he's doing that's pushing me back. That's okay, he's almost done anyway. Oh yeah.
Have a nice day.
So we defeated Brother Eye. So we're getting a couple of feats for that. Although we're not level 30 yet, we'll probably be half level. We'll probably have half of level 28 by the time we speak to Fire again. So we did get a few extra pieces, like some nice boots. Sadly, what that means is that I'm going to have to go back to my base and re-imprint everything again and put new mods again. Oh, yeah. But I have like the neck, I'm going to be able to put a neck socket, which I wasn't able to before. So I'm going to need a new socket for my feet. So let's get out of here. Now, as you saw, I got some more mail, probably an item I sold earlier. Well, let's break a few barrels, we need them. This one was just for fun. There's no feed for the blue barrels that produces ice. Not sure why there's a feed for the red barrels, there's a feed for the orange or greenish barrels, but no feed for the blue barrels. That's unfair. Life is so unfair. Well, yeah. So as usual, we have to go manually complete the mission, and it tells us to go see Fire.
We can take out the remaining OMACs and
Once we
stop
talk
the
to
spread of the
Fire, we'll
virus.
probably have a few extra experience points. So odds are we'll be at least halfway through 28, maybe a bit more than halfway. We'll see. So while you're flying slowly, you can take a second or two to watch what's in your inventory or watch a couple of other things. It's easier to do on PS4, but on PS3, you can still do that on PS3, but it will lag a lot more, so it's a bit more difficult. Although I was a bit surprised, even on PS4, there's still quite a bit of lag sometimes, especially in the menus. When you try to go to the menu to do some crafting, to craft some exhibits, it's not rare that the menu will lag. And sometimes it will lag quite a lot. So it's a bit I won't say it's a bit surprising, but it's a bit disappointing, I guess. For some reason, I foolishly expected more. And I know I shouldn't have, but I couldn't help it. So let's check our mail. Yeah, we sold some swords for $1,000, and we're getting a bit of a reward for defeating all them evil OMACs. So let's go check our reward. It's a nice pair of pants. So yeah, why not? So I'm going to have to try to retrieve some exhibits from the old gear, and I'm going to have to put some new mods in the new gear. But let's go see Fire to complete the mission.
It's the hero who blinded Brother Eye. I'm glad you survived. And so will others now, thanks to you.
So let's go complete the mission.
The Spectre has gone mad and is raising spirits of the angry dead in Midtown. You must speak to Dr. Fate
A new back
immediately.
piece.
He's waiting for
We're going to have
you at the Midtown Metropolis Police Station.
we're going to have room for a back socket. I'll get it at some point. Although, yeah. Proto repair bot. Yeah, that could be useful at some point. So we're going to have to go to Metropolis, but let's go to our base first. So the sad thing is, once you have mods, whether the white mods or even the exobit mods, a good chunk of your time is spent going back to your base and getting new mods for your gear, essentially. So we need new feet, the back, the neck. Yeah, that's it. So let's go for the neck. I usually go for the fortified blocking mod. It's pretty useful. Sure, the others are useful too, like the replenishing mod would allow you to restore additional power. The escalating replenishing proc would allow you to give out more power. The focused restoration would allow you to have more restoration for better heal. Escalating might would allow you to do more damage. Relentless precision would allow you to do more damage as well. But I usually go for the neck one. For the back, I'm a bit torn because there's essentially there's a berserker one, which means that you'll do an additional 30% damage if your health drops below 35%. In theory, it would be a good mod, but in practice, you never want to remain below 35%. The risks are too great that some attack will come out of nowhere and one-shot you. So I, it is useful because yeah, it will happen that you'll go down low in health, but you don't want to remain there. Breakout protection, that's usually the one I end up using. I was trying to use the breakout regeneration at some point, but it didn't seem to work. I would break out and I wouldn't gain a single point of health, at least not I think not because of that mod. So I pretty much stopped using it. The weakening field, uh, at first glance, it did seem that it could be useful for controllers, but I never saw it. It never seemed to make a difference. If I had this mod or not, it never seemed like it mattered. It never seemed like it made a difference, so I stopped using that. The violent breakout was useful, and I guess it's still useful in PvP. You would break out. No, it's no. You can no longer use it in PvP. That's the whole point. Essentially, it was pretty useful in PvP because in PvP you have to capture nodes, you have to capture certain points, and what you could do is that when you would break out, it would propel your opponent away from the point you were trying to capture, and the I don't know 5-10 seconds he would be away. Sometimes would allow you to capture the point. So in PvP, holy crap, I used that mod way too much. So yeah, we'll settle for breakout protection, and for the feet, I'll stick with deadly block for now. We'll see. So that goes into the neck, the back. Oops. One click too many, and the boots. So our white mods are back into place. Let's re-imprint everything. And see, I had given a controller belt to my controller roll, hoping naively that I could start to build my controller gear. But it was a futile dream. Already that belt is useless. So I'm pretty sure I mentioned it before, but essentially the it is a bit not pointless, but essentially you're going to keep on re-imprinting your gear. Oh, I forgot. I knew I was forgetting something. I forgot to replace my gear. Essentially, as you go from level 1 to level 30, you'll change gear so often that putting mods is not pointless, but it means that you're going to have to re-imprint a lot, and you're going to have to remod a lot, which is good in a sense, since it will allow you to work on because there's a feat for creating mods, and there's a feat for salvaging gear. Although we can't really salvage anything yet, but anyway. But so the more you mod your gear, the more you will have the more your feat for creating items will progress. Like we can recover this, we can recover this, we can recover this, and we can recover this. And then we can assemble new mods. So we go to the beta mods. So we can make 2 yellow, we can make 1 red, and we can make 1 blue. So essentially those 4 mods I created, they add up to the mod creation feat. It's not the mod creation feat, it's called just to make sure, R&D. Essentially, you have to it adds to the some assembly required feat. So essentially, the more you create items, the more that feat will go up. Like we're up to 67 so far, thanks to recovering our mods and then creating new mods, recovering our mods, creating new mods. As you see at the end, there's like a little one and a green in a green square with a yellow circle with a star in it. I could buy that mod for one replay badge, because I already have it on another character. I won't do that yet. I'll wait a bit until I start buying feats. But I will show you at some point what happens when you buy feats. I just want to wait until I want to be able to raise my character up to tier 4, maybe tier 5 without buying the mods, just to show the progression of a character from level 1 to tier 4 or 5. So now that we're done with these, we can probably let's see. Is there really nothing? No, we can't. Essentially, in order to be able to salvage gear, it has to be gear that's level 30 and up. That's sad, but that's how it goes. And even the gear that's over level 30, it's not every pieces of gear that you can level up, that you can salvage. For some reason, some gear cannot be salvaged. I'm not sure why. Oh, we don't need a yellow one. Oh well, we'll have it for later. And again, see, we used up a soda. So let's fill up the stack and we're good. Okay, so now we did all our recovery, our re-imprinting. So let's go see our friend. Where is it we have to go? Metropolis. We have to talk to Dr. Fate in Midtown. So let's go to Midtown. See, that's the thing. Like, I would much prefer to have just a Gotham as opposed to Gotham and Metropolis, because with Metropolis, all I have is the locations in Metropolis, which is already a long list, but not too bad. But when you go to the Gotham and Metropolis, holy crap, there's a lot of locations. And maybe at some point it makes a bit more sense because you're more familiar with the different location. But I'm pretty sure a new guy would be completely lost. So I'd suggest to go with just take the mod Metropolis and then the mod just Gotham if you can. But it doesn't seem to be always possible. So let's go to Midtown to see our friend Dr. Fate. See, you have our friend Splat God, who's away. Because essentially he decided to walk away from his keyboard as he was blocking the door. So odds are, when I was in the middle of the street earlier today, the guy saw a way next to my name and thought, holy crap, I can go and defeat the Wolverine while he's away. But sadly for him, I came back just in the nick of time. So let's talk to our friend Dr. Fate.
The Spectre, the spirit of God's vengeance, has launched an attack on downtown Metropolis. He has raised spirits of the vengeful dead to judge and execute humanity. Go and seek out Sentry Lita of the Sentinels of Magic, so we will start to heal this wound.
Welcome to the battle. We need warriors of your caliber for this threat. The Spectre has the power of God's vengeance to judge guilty souls, but here he has lost all mercy. I fear Circe's foul touch has turned the Spectre completely mad. Bring peace to these spirits.
This will probably be our last chain of quests until we reach level 30. I'm hoping that by the time we're done, see, he's here again. Like, some people will just get in the door and block it for no freaking reason. So this should be our last quest chain until we reach level 30, where we'll have a handful of quests to do, and then we'll finish with a big quest, and then hopefully, cha-ching, we'll be level 30. Once we reach level 30, we'll have access to all all our powers technically. At least we'll be able to purchase. I think it's like 15 powers. So we're going to be able to purchase 15 powers, but still we're only going to have 6 power in our loadout. But as I mentioned at some point, technically we have 3 loadouts. We have the DPS loadout, we have the controller loadout, and we have the stealth loadout. So that gives us a lot of leeway to be able to maximize the use of our loadout. And of course, we have our 2 armories. So essentially, each armory can have 3 loadouts. And if you have 2 armories, holy crap, that's like 6 different loadouts you can have. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. So sure, you won't be able to use all 15 powers in one loadout. But between all your loadouts and all your armories and all, you're going to be able to use quite a few of those if you want. And you're going to be able to have a loadout for various occasions, or even an armory for various occasions. Like essentially right now we have a DPS armory and we have a controller armory. But we could easily add to that. We could have a PvP arena armory. We could have a PvP open world armory. Well, where's that coming from?
This is wrath, mortal. A life ended too soon. A pilot with a sense of redemption. A police officer caught in the fires of corruption. All these and more the Spectre has been.
So if you remember, always start with power. That way it will give you your bonus to attack. Your 60% bonus. As you saw, sometimes it doesn't last very long. Sometimes it lasts longer. Not sure if being out of combat influences that. Like as long as you stay in combat, maybe it stays longer. But as soon as you get out of combat, it pretty much go away right away. I have no idea.
I feel like myself again.
I'll admit, I'm not sure about that. And usually just time yourself so that you cast at least 1 power once in a while, every, I don't know, 5-10 seconds in order to get that buff. Like once it reaches 60%, it starts to being fairly significant. I'm not sure why I cannot target this guy. I'm sure there's a reason, I just don't know what it is. So essentially we have to banish those spirits, is that? Or strengthen their souls, I'm not sure. And then we have to tear them out.
I feel like myself again.
And as you can see, all the red dots on the map, enemies aren't lacking in this area. There's a lot of them in a very, very small space. Oh, and this guy decided to attack us. So let's dance, baby. Come on, Bob. Show me what you got. There we go. I'm sure you didn't expect the Wolverine to be a ghostbuster, but that's how it goes. As you saw, the targeting system sometimes will target the wrong target. It happens. So that's why at some point I didn't mention in a video that it's not a bad idea to lock on the target. Like you see you can lock on the target. Let's try to show you a better example. Like here you see I can lock on the target. Oh, I locked on the wrong one. Like that red circle means that I'm locked on it. So technically that's the one I should attack. Well, I'll probably mention that once in a while in various videos. Oh crap. If you're pretty much a weapon user, you can do what I do, is that essentially I will cast one power just to get the 60% bonus, and then I will attack with weapons. And I'll do that until my little starburst is gone, and then I'll cast one more power. But also you can do much more than that. You can decide to use what many call the awesome mechanic, which is actually the advanced mechanic, where essentially you can queue various powers one behind the other, and they will give you back power. It's just that often the time I spend casting those powers is time I could have been attacking already with my weapons. So usually by default I will prefer just to cast one power, attack with weapons, one power. The exception to that would be against certain bosses. Yes, against certain bosses, sure, it's worth it to go through a handful of powers to give yourself extra attack, extra defense, extra whatever. But at some point you have to attack. And as I mentioned, I can't help but feel sometimes that it's more productive to just cast one power, attack, then casting 1, 2, 3, 4 powers, and then attacking. Unless, of course, those powers are offensive powers. If all of those are offensive powers, then you're attacking as you're casting them powers. But as you noticed, some of the powers I've selected were not powers that actually do damage, more like powers that gives me a boost either in precision or a boost in damage. The only real damager I have is the grenade. That's the only power really that I have that when I use it, it actually does damage. Well, let's go see our friend over here and see what he wants.
These screaming ghosts used to be my friends. All the judges and lawyers.
Okay, and there's another one here.
Need you to help.
And there is an exclamation mark here.
Listen to hubris.
So this one here is a bit of a tricky one. You must not kill the spirits. You have to draw them towards this point here. Come here, wherever you are. And once he reaches here, then you have to enrage him. And once you enrage him, it becomes like a huge, humongous thingy like that. And then the bubble bursts it. Like it explodes because of this bubble here. Like you can see the energy bubble. So you must not kill the spirits. Like I've seen people come here and kill everything in their path, and the quest goes nowhere. And sometimes you're trying to do the mission, and someone else kills all the ghosts, keeping you from progressing. So ideally, if when you're on your own, it's much easier. So essentially, all you will want to do is enrage the spirit a bit more, and there, and then you want him to get into the bubble, and the bubble will burst it. It's pretty much that simple. So you need 5 accuser and 5 magistrates. So there's there's one more right here. I could probably attract a few more, but I'll do it slowly to make sure that you guys get what I'm doing. It's pretty simple, but I've seen so many people not able to do this that I'd rather take the safe way. Like it enrages, gets into the bubble, and bursts. It's not that complicated, but of course, if you don't know what you have to do, you'll never get it. Oh, sneaky. Okay, now come over here. Oh yeah. So you must transform him, and you must then lure him. Oh, see, we're going to have 2 of them at once. So you have to lure them here, and you have to transform them. And sometimes the little buggers will not want to cooperate. So here's the first one. Where's the other one? Did I kill it? Could be I killed it. Where is that? Like sometimes you'll kill it without meaning to. You attack it to try to enrage it, and then you'll do 2. Like you see, that's why I do like my weakest. Well, what I think is my weakest attack to make sure that I try not to kill him. Oh, there we go. Otherwise, if I go like this all out, odds are I'll kill him before he even reaches the bubble. So you really want to lure him towards the bubble, and also you don't want to damage him too much. You want to damage him just enough to enrage him, but not enough to kill him. Oh, did I go too fast? Oh, there's someone asking for help to kill the Minotaur. I'm not sure I would be strong enough, so I won't go help them. Maybe if there was a group of us, but if I just go help him alone, I don't think we can do it. So now I need 3 more accusers. So let's try and lure it. Sometimes it seems like it just doesn't want to follow you. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Repeat after me. Oh yeah. Let's try one more. Oh. Is that an accuser? Oh yeah, both accusers. That's good. Come to Papa. Oh yeah. And now we have to bring peace to raging spirits. So let's do just that. that's the easier part, I guess. We don't have to worry too much about killing them. As you may have noticed, I'm trying not to kill them too quickly. I want them to enrage before I kill them. So again, I'm not using my 60% extra damage too much, just to make sure, just to be on the safe side. Odds are I probably could kill them with the 60% damage, no problem, and still get the kill. But why take chances? There's no rush. And for the Soul Eater, sorry buddy, but no reason to hold back with him. So we need 2 more. Well, let's take 2 that are a little bit apart. That should be the last one. Oh yeah. So no reason to stick around. Sure, we could have defeated the guy, but nah. Oh. As you can see, kiting, escaping with a gadget character is pretty sweet, especially with the grappling hook thingy. So let's see. Let's go in stealth mode. So I have to go to the journal to complete the mission.
Analysis, no pun intended,
And then I have to go select the next mission.
Now is the true test of the Sentinel's plan.
And also, I got a new neck piece, which is the same as the old one had. But I have a new chest piece.
To do so, you must come halfway to soul death yourself.
Normally I would replace it right away, but for the chest piece, I have the penetrating strike in this one. So essentially this one is level 27, a bit better than the one I have, but I wouldn't have my chest socket, which is a big plus. So I may wait a bit before equipping it. If you can just excuse me for a minute, I'll be right back. Okay, so we can see the yellow arrow telling us the direction of our next mission. So let's go in that direction. We're going to go into what I call Booster Gold Square with all the Booster Gold banners and signs, and although there's not just Booster Gold, but I don't know, somehow he's the one who I remember most.
Supernatural phenomenon. I have set up numerous astral
one more quest, why not?
But find myself unable to...
So as you saw through the game, there's various side quests all over the city. So there's plenty of quests to take you up to level 30. This mission is a bit tricky. Essentially, it's not just a matter of killing the NPCs. We have to talk to these little guys who give us this greenish hue And then we're going to have to go kill, not this guy, but let's kill him because he's going to attack us. We have these canisters to try to recuperate. And we have like these guys. Essentially, you get next to him with your green goo thingy, and it will make it, because as you can see, I could not target it. Now I can. Oh, and that's good. Was able to get 2 at once. So let's take a canister. Oh, the big black judge. You don't want to attack him right now because he's too powerful for you. But I don't have the green goo anymore, so I have to go back and get it some more. But I was lucky. I was able to get 2. Usually you pretty much have to kill 1, go get the green goo, kill 1, go get the green goo. Because if you kill them without the green goo, it won't count towards your kill counter. Or I'm not sure if it will, or you will not be able to target it. There was something about that. But so just to be safe, get the green goo and then beat the crap out of those specters. Worst comes to worst, you'll reset it between every kill. If you get lucky, then you'll get more than 1 kill with the green goo. And as you saw, sometimes when you try to lunge at an enemy, sometimes something will get in your way. Like if there's a car in the way or something similar, you're not going to be able to do that. And see, that's a good example of team up in the sense that the guy did not invite me to group. And we can still team up to... Oh, the judge is here. Let's get out of here. As I said, at this point, I'm no match for a character like the judge. Like you see, the guy didn't invite me, and I hope he doesn't invite me just to make me look foolish. But the guy did not invite me, and we still managed to team up and fight all those ghosts together. I lost the green goo, so let's go and get it back. So you can team up with people that are in the same area as you are, even if you're not in the same group. So that wasn't so hard, and we did not need to group together to do that.
Close your eyes, mortal, and see redemption. An enormous winged yellow beast
I'll go get the green goo again.
you, and cows to a booming voice.
So these are pretty much the last mission we'll do before we go help out our friend, the Spectre. Yeah, I said our friend. The Spectre is our friend. Come on. Oh, are we done? Let's go see. Nah, we're not done.
Now is the true test of the Sentinel's plan. The Reapers were created by the Spectre.
We still have
four
4 more.
And they must
4
be
more
destroyed.
entity to banish.
But to do so, you must come halfway to
I'm not sure why the
yourself.
quest tracker didn't show it like just a second ago. It does that. I'm sure the devs aren't stupid. They know about it. The UI could be much better, which is why at some point they were supposed to do a new one, and sadly it was set aside. So green goo time, I guess. Let's go see our friend here. Let's hope. Let's help our buddy here. There we go.
Stop! I didn't do anything to anybody.
We lost the green goo. Goo. Thank you.
I hope the heroes kick your ass. I hope the heroes kick your ass.
I won't take any chances. We're almost done anyway. Come on. Ah, come on.
Your power has no...
Green Goo time. And one last one, and we'll be able to go see our friend Jim Corrigan. Oh yeah. Oh, it didn't count. I'm so sad when that happens. So it's really these guys we have to take out. So where's our friend? Oh, there he is. Okay, now we're done. Or we should be.
It's possible
Oh,
that
and we got a new
somehow
back
severed the Spectre
piece.
from his human host. That would explain why he's unleashing
Not
judgment
worth
like
it.
this. I'm calling in Green Lantern and others as backup.
Nah, sadly we didn't get any good stuff. It happens. So we should be able. Oh, yeah, you see the quest is selected over there.
Return the spirit of God's vengeance to his link with
So
humanity.
let's sneak our way
Green
past
Lantern
all
and
these
Green Owl
evil
will join and
demons,
face him in the Metropolis
or
courthouse
ghosts,
he's
I should
taken
say.
for his own. Perhaps they can appeal to the Spectre's memories, or failing that, help you.
Let's go help our friend, the Spectre. One of the greatest Spectre run in history was by the legendary Jim Aparo with Michael Fletcher. These two guys together crafted a series of stories with the Spectre. Holy crap, those were good. And those stories were done in the early 70s, I think. And I read them around mid-late 80s. And holy crap, they were still chilling to the bone to read. There were all kinds of awesome. Probably the definitive Spectre in my book was their Spectre. The stories were awesome. The artwork, the artwork was Jim Aparo in his prime. For me, Jim Aparo is the definitive Batman artist, but he's also the definitive Spectre artist. He's way too awesome.
My husband and I were called to jury duty, but we got separated.
And they did a short story with the Spectre that was included. I think it was on the DVD of Justice League Crisis on Tours. If you never read that, if you never saw that, you have to see that. It doesn't look like they didn't try to do the visuals in the style of Jim Aparo, and they didn't need to. But what they did was they captured the spirit of his artwork. They captured the spirit of what made his Spectre great. And holy crap, did they do a good job. That short story, again, just like the Jim Aparo comic, that short story was all kinds of awesome. Sadly, through the years, I guess writers didn't know what to do with him. So they ended up killing the characters, then they ended up changing the character. Like at some point, the character no longer was Jim Corrigan. He was I forgot the name of the other guy who was the new Spectre. And then they still didn't know what to do with it, so they made him Hal Jordan. Essentially, at some point, they killed Hal Jordan and brought him back as the Spectre. So by then, it was obvious they were clueless as what to do with the character. They had no idea what to do with it. I can already imagine their reaction at first, like a guy in a white cloak in green underwear. What the hell is this crap? I'm sure that's the reaction they had. So they probably thought that there was nothing worthwhile they could do with it, and they couldn't take it seriously. So they were clueless how to use their character, which is always heartbreaking to me. It's like when they're clueless about what to do with Superman, and they end up saying crap like, "Oh, Superman is boring. There's nothing you can do with Superman," and it's not true. Creative people have been doing great work with Superman for the past 75 years, but sadly, the creators lately seems to be clueless about what makes Superman work and what makes him Superman. Anyways, enough ranting for that. So we have this little guy Tom who's hiding over here.
Oh, no.
So let's talk to Tom.
You.
So poor Tom is tormented by spirits. So let's help him out. I didn't want to break that barrel, but what can you do? I thought the crates would protect it, but obviously I was wrong.
Oh, man,
Ooh, one more
you.
feet.
And I thought jury duty was bad.
So let's take this barrel and get in here. So you'll see a little sort of in-game cinematic, and then let's break the barrel here. What that green goo does is that essentially whatever enters that green goo will get damaged. So, and it also depends who breaks the barrel. Like if I break the barrel is mine, and it will damage my enemies. But if let's say one of the ghosts was to break the barrels, then I would be the one getting damaged. But I was able to break the barrel myself before they could try to use it against me. That's the tricky thing about this this area, is that sometimes the ghosts will try to use the barrels against you. So you have to be quicker on the draw, and you have to use it against them. Like you see that those green bubbles, that's them being damaged by that green barrel. And now we can see our friends Green Arrow and Green Lantern Al Jordan. Bet you never thought you'd see a Green Arrow, Green Lantern, Wolverine team up, would you?
In the next room, and the craziness
Well,
is
here we go.
The Spectre needs a human soul in order to judge humanity. Without it, you get... well, you've seen it. And I should know. I was once his host myself. Prepare yourself and let me know when you're ready to move. All right, let's go. This might be a one-way trip. Messing with the Hand of Vengeance is a good way to find yourself judged. And executed. Just like old times, huh, Green Arrow?
That's the way to do it.
So we have to cross here. You see that red thingy? We have to go there.
Yeah, this is not right. There's got to be something forcibly ripping away the Spectre's humanity. I'll keep him busy, while you two check the hallways and find out what's doing this.
So me and my friend Green Arrow will go through here, while Hal Jordan is distracting the Spectre. So first we have to defeat the ghosts. And then we have to destroy the stones. We have to do that like 4 times.
Compassion.
And each stone represents part of the spirit. Like this one was compassion. So you'll see the various stones represent an aspect of the spirit of the specter. And that aspect is trapped within the stone. So it's our job to free it. There we go. And this one was wisdom.
Without it,
Two more to go. Another feat. The Spectre's pride.
To find satisfaction in a just sentence, one must be certain of their judgment.
And there should be one more, but we'll have a few more spirits to fight first. I'm not sure if I broke... Yeah, I suppose I broke the barrel since I'm not taking damage. Oh. Usually there's a couple of sneaky phantoms that try to ambush you. The first thing I do is break the barrel to make sure they don't use it against me, and then I fight the ghosts.
Bullseye.
Oh, and our friend Green Arrow is contributing. The longbow hunter with the brown and beige hunter. Sort of. And we hear in the distance Hal Jordan says his oath. Green Lantern's light! Before I destroy the stone, I'll take that little exclamation point.
Listen to vengeance.
Oh yeah.
Hear the whispers around you.
So we break the last stone, the last stone, which is the Spectre's mercy.
To escape judgment.
And now it's time to go over there, get that little barrel over here, bring it over here.
I reject these foolish emotions. They have clouded my judgment for too long.
And our friend Hal Jordan is coming over here. Oh yeah.
Without my humanity, I am lost. I must have a human host.
So get ready, kids. We're going to be fighting the Spectre. And it's a good time to call my backups and even to use my trinket. I will stay in range using range attack because there's plenty of people around him. And anyways, I'm pretty sure he's going to come to me like that. As you can see, he does knock me down a bit. Luckily, I can get back up pretty quick. Let's go use our friend, the barrel over here. And as you defeat the Spectre, or at least start to defeat him, then he will switch host bodies. Now he's going into Green Arrow. Sometimes he will block as you're halfway through your move. Nothing you can do, you just fall down and get back up. That's pretty much it. Oh, our barrel is back. The barrels respawn pretty quick, so don't be shy about using them. They'll be back. They'll be back pretty quick. And there's a few others in the room that I did not even try to use. So if you run out of health, or if the battle is a bit too challenging, don't be afraid to go find one of them barrels. Like there's one over here. Well, so let's take that. Let's bring that where I want to fight. And let's attract him here. Oh. And last but not least, the Spectre takes over you. And for a few minutes or seconds, you'll fight as the Spectre, which is it's kind of neat. You fight the evil Eclipso. Somehow the Spectre uses martial arts. I would have thought brawling would make more sense, but what do I know? And there we go.
We must find another way. This is not over.
Sadly, you can get the call of the Spectre in this mission. It's one of the rewards you can get, but we did not get it. We got some nice pants though. I think they'll be an improvement on what we had. Again, I'll skip the cinematics since sadly I'm gonna have to figure out how to properly set things up so that you could listen to the cinematics. That it's probably going to be something. We have a plan, vitalization and power beta. Well, let's use that, and some nice pants. Oh, level 31. That's a nice improvement. So we're going to change our gear, and next time when I go to my base, to my lair, I'll replace the exhibits and the mods. Oh, and I have a mask here. The mask, I don't have the style, but it's not much of an improvement, so I won't bother with it. The boots, no, the boots are the same. Okay, so let's break a barrel and then let's get out of here. So as you see, we're almost level 28. So before long, we'll be level 30. Essentially, like I didn't complete the mission here, so I'm pretty sure as I complete it, I'll be level 29.
Didn't get it today, thanks to you.
And I need to go talk to Dr. Fate again. So let's select the mission.
Has been rejoined to humanity, so he may properly fulfill his role as an agent of divine judgment. We deprived Circe of a valuable weapon today in the battle for magical power. My thanks.
And what did it give us? Did it give us anything? Guess not. But we do have one more skill point, I think. Oh, two more. So let's go use them. So for DPS, I'll put it in might. So 1, 2. You can pretty much fall or jump from any distance and it won't hurt you at all. Some find it fishy, other prefer it this way. Either way, I don't mind. It's not the worst idea. And you can still die by falling sometimes, like if you fall down a pit or down a crevasse or something, you'll die pretty quick anyways. So it's not like you can never die falling. But it's only in certain maps that you have to be extra careful not to fall down a crevice or a pit. What did we get? Not really. No, not really worth it. So let's go see our friend Dr. Fate and complete our mission. This is pretty much the last mission, so I don't think there's going to be other quests at this point. The next quests are going to be in the Watchtower, I think, which are the quests that are going to make us a member, an official member of the Justice League. So the fates are aligned. Let's click that.
This is Oracle. Batman has asked.
So as you see, we have to go to the watchtower to go see our friend Batman.
He's waiting for you in the watchtower.
And we got a new helmet, which is the same as what we had. So we're going to go back to our base. So essentially, I'm going to rearrange my mod, re-imprint the armories, and things like that. So the next video will be essentially us talking to Batman and doing a mission in the Watchtower for him. So next time, that's what we'll do, and next time for sure we will be level 30. So until next time, thanks for listening, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.